Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my New Year's Eve Glam AF Extra AF tutorial. I'm starting off with my eyebrows like always, and I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Ebony, and I'm using the Zoeva Wing Liner brush. I absolutely love starting my looks with my brows. I feel like it really frames my face, and I do enjoy a bold brow, especially when I'm going out at night. So I like starting off with the brow pomade because I feel like it just gives me a nice, clean, sharp, but yet still bold look. And I'm actually going to be filling in the inside of my brow with powder, the front of my brow. I just feel like it gives it a more realistic look, even though they are really bold. So this is the Anastasia brow powder in Ebony, and I'm using an Anastasia brush, and I'm just blending that out with a spoolie and then just applying in upward strokes in the front and then side to side towards the end of my brows. And we're going to come back to the brows later on, but for now we're going to clean them up, and I'm using some concealer. This is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC20. This is such an important step for me because I feel like it really just sharpens the brows. It gives me a nice clean look, and I can never do my makeup without concealing my brows. Even though my brows were actually freshly threaded in this video, I still love cleaning up my brows with concealer, and I'm blending that out with a fluffy brush. This one's from Real Techniques, and I have been enjoying it a lot lately to blend that out. Now I'm going to be using some MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pots to prime my eyes. This is major key if you want your eyeshadow to last all night, and it just cancels out any discoloration you may have on your lids. Now the first product that I'm going to be using on my face is the Kim Tai Ofra Wonder Lush. This actually hasn't come out yet, but I love it. It's a great moisturizer. And then I'm going to go in with my transition color. This is Makeup Forever M650. So while I'm doing my eyes, I'm just letting that moisturizer kind of sink in. And I remove the eye patches because for me, it's uncomfortable to do my makeup with them. So the next color that I'm going to be using is Makeup Forever 664. Now you can use any eyeshadows that you have. Just want to go from light to dark. So I started off with my transition, a nice light warm color, and then I'm just going darker. And as I go darker, my brush is getting smaller and I'm getting a little bit more precise. And I'm using this Smith brush and I really love it. So this shadow is M656 from Makeup Forever. I'll have everything listed down below. Again, you could use any shadows. I just love how easy these blend out. And now I'm going to be using this Pure Cosmetics Angel Merino. It's like a liquid eyeshadow kind of thing. It's called Dynasty. It comes in a little set, and you can use any gold product. You can use an eyeshadow, you can use a cream eyeshadow. I was just playing with products, and now I'm using the Stila Metals Liquid Shadow in Smoldering Satin. So this is more of like a satin rose gold kind of color, and then this one is a bronzy copper color, and this is from Estee Edit. So the point of this is basically just to use different colors. So gold, silver, bronze. This is the bronze one that I'm using. It's an eyeshadow from Makeup Forever, and it's D652. So I'm just going to use that to deepen up my crease, and I'm just blending out with a clean brush. So notice how it's gold, it's silver, and it's bronze. Now I'm going to apply the like really metallic silver. This one's the Stila Metals Liquid Shadow in Diamond Dust. And then I felt like I needed some gold glitter, so I applied some Urban Decay glitter in Midnight Cowboy. I'm telling you guys, that's only the start of the eyes. I'm actually going to be applying more on top. But you notice how it's very glittery. What I should have done was applied the shadows first and then glitters on top. But this was my first time working with those Stila products, and I really wanted to use them. So right now I'm just doing my wing liner, and I'm using the NYC Liquid Liner. I'm gonna have a liquid liner, like wing liner tutorial very soon, but pretty much that's all I do. Like, I got so used to doing my wings that, you know, it's become kind of easy for me, so it's kind of hard for me to explain it. But the first ColourPop shadow that I'm using is On the Rocks, and I felt like it just needed more dimension. It just needed something. So these ColourPop shadows really brought it. So this next one is called Get Lucky, and I'm applying that over the gold. I just felt like it was too bare, like you could see through the glitter. So what I should have done was use these ColourPop first and then glitter on top, but that's okay. It still worked out. Again, you don't have to use all of these products. You just want to make sure you get something that's bronzy, something gold, and then something silver or rose gold. You just want to mix the metals, and then make sure you blend them all together. Now I'm just using some mascara. This is MAC Extended Play Gigablack. And the key to the look also was applying the transition and crease colors before everything else. These have become my favorite eyelashes ever. They're from Eyelure and they're called Gilded. You can get them at Ulta and they're like $11 and they're amazing. I love them so much. They remind me a lot of the Velour Fluff and Wispy, which are my favorite high-end lashes. But these are definitely my favorites right now. I've been using them a lot and I've been stocking up. For the face, we want to make sure we hydrate. We're going to be drinking on New Year's, only if you're over 21. So you want to hydrate. And you also want to apply some pore minimizing primer. So I used the Laura Mercier hydrating primer, and then I use this one, which is new from Urban Decay. It's called Optical Illusion. It's actually not out yet. You guys, this is my first time using it, and I was stunned. My skin in person looked crazy. Like the pores were not visible. For foundation, I'm using Estee Lauder Double Wear in Tawny. And this is a great going out foundation because it doesn't come off. You can sweat, you can do anything, dance, cry, I don't know, eat, whatever. It doesn't come off. The only thing is it can cause a little bit of flashback. So you have to make sure to set this with a powder. And I like to use a powder that's a little bit darker than my skin tone. And then I'm going to go into concealer. I'm using Tarte Shape Tape. Of course, Avi. It's my favorite. And this one is in the shade Light Medium. This concealer is great because it has great coverage, but yet it doesn't dry out the skin and it doesn't look really cakey under the eyes. It is a bit of a thicker formula, so if you're not used to that, it might seem a little thick to you, but once you blend it out with a beauty blender and set it, it looks gorgeous. I absolutely love this, and it's definitely the top concealer of the year. I'm going to have my yearly 2016 favorites coming up, so be on the lookout for that tomorrow. Now I'm going to use some Laura Mercier powder to bake. Bake. And baking is really just going to make sure that it stays all night, the concealer doesn't crease, and it doesn't budge. And now I'm just setting the rest of my face with some MAC Studio Fix powder in C40, and I'm wiping away the bake. Now, setting your face is really important. One, it's going to make sure your makeup lasts all night. It's going to give you more coverage. It's going to look great in pictures. And it's going to make sure that your contour doesn't look patchy. So I'm using Benefit Hoola, which looking back, I kind of wish I would have used something a little bit warmer because I'm kind of like bronzing with this as well. I'm contouring and bronzing a little bit with it. So I'm going to add something warmer later on. But now I'm just going to contour my nose with that Hoola, and I'm using the JD Weighty Nose Perfector brush. The brush that I was using to contour my face is the Zoeva Luxe Contour Brush. I always use that one. It's a must-have for me. It really just chisels the cheeks, and yeah. I have been enjoying Hoola for my nose contour. Like, it's bomb. So good. And this is a step that I never skip. It's Kat Von D Banana, the yellow powder in the Kat Von D Contour palette. It's the only one that I use in that palette, and it really just brightens up under my eyes. And this is the warm bronzer that I was talking about. This is Give Me Sun from MAC. I literally can't do my makeup without using this. I've gone through so many of them, and it's just everything. Now for blush, I'm using MAC Peaches. Again, a cult favorite and also a favorite of mine. It's probably my favorite blush of all time. It's not too expensive. It's nice and matte, perfect peachy color. Now I'm actually going to bake on the sides of my nose to clean up the nose contour. So you can use a heavy amount of powder on the sides of the contour to really just sharpen that up. For eyeliner, I use the Marc Jacobs one. I love it because it's waterproof and it doesn't budge all night. I'm using that fudgy Makeup Forever shadow underneath my eyes, and then I'm going in with a little bit of black eyeshadow. I rarely do this, but I felt like this look needed it. This one's from Milk Cosmetics, and it's just a black shade. I think it's called Blackout from their stack. And now I'm going to apply a little bit more of that silver just to really make the inner corner pop. So that one's from Stila, and it's the Diamond Dust, and I love this shade. I really want to get the gold. I actually want to get them all, and I probably will. But I just needed some practice with them. You know, it's the first time I was using them. I didn't know how the formula was going to be, so I ended up using shadows on my eyes. But I want to play around a little bit more with the Stila ones. So I'm just wiping away that bake with a Real Techniques setting brush. And I'm going back to the brows, because I always do this. And I'm using the brow definer in Ebony from Anastasia. As you can see, it just really sharpens my brow and gives it a little bit more of a bolder, just a better look, I think, personally. Especially because we have a really bold look on the eyes. And I don't do this step when I'm doing my brows in the beginning because I like to gauge how dramatic I'm going with my eye makeup. Now I'm just setting them with the Givenchy Mr. Groom translucent or transparent clear brow gel. Love this stuff. It's so good. And now I'm going to spray some Fix Plus. Now the next clip, I actually lost it, so I'm just going to show you the lip and highlight combo that I wore. This took me so long to edit. Something so simple like this. boom, MAC Strip Down Pencil Liner. I also used the Sephora lip stain in pink tea. So Sephora launched a bunch of new colors in their lip stains and I absolutely love them. And Marc Jacobs Pretty Thing as my gloss. I love gloss on top of a liquid lipstick. I feel like it lasts so much longer. For highlight, I used Laura Geller Gilded Honey, one of my all-time favorites, You Need It, and Mirabella Swirling Pearl, because I didn't want my highlight to be too gold or too silver, because we're doing like golds and silvers on the eyes. And then I'm using some Scandinavia Bridal Finishing Spray. And then I just felt like I needed a little bit more glow. So once I changed, I added a little bit more glow. I used Conceited from Artist Couture because my look is never complete if I don't use this. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have an amazing new year. And I love you so much. Please stay safe. Oh yeah, and don't forget to add some highlight to your collarbone. Please be safe and enjoy your night. I hope you guys recreate this look. If you do, please tag me. I love you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.